Hey, my name's Sydney Tinsley, and I'm one of the children's pastors here at the house, and this is my story. I grew up in a Christian home, and when I was 3 years old, my parents got a divorce, and so that was really difficult on my sister and I growing up, and it added a lot of stress to my life and anxiety. I never really got rid of it, but growing up, I always had the church. That was my stability, and so when I was 10 years old, I was at VBS, and that night I got saved and I got baptized. Then that October, my dad got remarried. A couple years go by and we built this house, and we lived in this house for 8 months, and then it burnt to the ground and we lost everything. And as a child and growing up and having all of these things happen, I always internalized my problems. I just was like, oh, I'll figure it out when I go to college. And so I graduated and moved away to college, and within a year I lost 3 grandparents, and that was a really difficult time because I was really depressed. There was one night in college that I was praying, and the Lord spoke to me and said, Sydney, this isn't where you're supposed to be. You are not making any progress, and you need to go back home. And so taking that step of faith and moving back home, in hindsight, was the best decision I had made, and all I can do is thank the Lord for that. And I started going to culinary school, and I got my own place. I started a new job, and with that job, God sent me an amazing roommate. Back in October, Kelsey was trying to get me to come to these meetings for the house, and I was a little skeptical, and so I prayed about it, and the Lord said go, and I went. And when I went, I met Stephen and Katie right when I walked in the door. And I knew at that moment that that's where I was supposed to be. This is where I was supposed to get involved. And I knew that this was the Lord's plan for me all along. And so God has shown me that taking care of myself and turning to Him in the difficult times and really trusting His plan for me is the most important thing I can be doing right now in this season. And that's my story.